Hello there and welcome back to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Ronald. If you're new here, well, like, share, subscribe so you never miss a bite. Today I thought I would share a quick recipe here on how to make a sweet potato casserole. I mean, there's different ways of making it. If you look it up, you find different ways of making it for sure, but some that I don't care for. So I want to share my version here, and I know that I've made but really loved. So you know what, without further ado, let's jump into it. You guys are looking at this right now, but I just want to show you the beginning. So basically I got the potatoes. As you can see, they have already been baked. That's one. You know what, I'm not going to tell the length of time. It comes down to how big they are, but also the biggest thing here is also making sure the length of time, make sure they're nice and soft. Okay, that's very, very important. Okay, so what I've done is cut them up. That's what they look like right there, cut up, as you can see in here. But also, yeah, that's the whole say peeled off, and then that's where we are. Yeah, don't forget to wash them, of course. You don't want to have dirt in everything there. And then the other step you have right now is, I've already done this. I'm going to mix this up. It's actually a bit warm, so you want to work with them, you know, give them a little bit of time to cool down, so you can actually get started afterwards. All right, so right now I have some eggs here. I'll just do 3 eggs here. I'm going to use about a cup of milk. Well, since I have this combined right here, I might put that on the side at the moment, but before that I'm going to put in about give and take 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract in there. You don't want to skip that. It's going to give you an amazing flavor. A quick mix. This is where we have our potatoes, you guys already know here. So I'm going to do white sugar in here. Okay, and I'm going to put in, give and take, about half a cup in there. You can put in more, but I'm that kind of person who doesn't like sweetness so much. But also we all know that sweet potatoes are already in a sweet, hence the white sweet potatoes. So they already sweet themselves in there, so I don't want to overdo it. But now I'm going to get them started. If you have an actual mixer, go for it, but this hand mixer is fine too. You're looking for consistency like mashed potatoes. If they're still warm, it helps you so that it's gets nice and soft. So I'm gonna keep beating it up actually. But one more thing I wanted to remind you guys here, as you guys can see that picture, I made sure that the potatoes were cut up, because remember they are stringy typically. If you guys see closely right here, you might probably see a bit of a string like right there. See that? But that's a very little short string. If you make sure they cut up properly, and that way they make those strings a lot shorter, so it doesn't bother you. Otherwise, if you mix it as is, you find the tip of your mixer will have all stringed up a lot. That's why you don't see really also strings here. I'll stop there for now, but we're gonna keep mixing it anyways. So now I'm going to get my mix. Remember we made already. So there is milk in here, eggs, and also vanilla extract. Like just like marshmallows, most people don't like to have it so smooth. They want a little bite to it. So if you might notice in here, it has a bit of a bite to it right now, because some of them are not completely mashed up, as way too far. I put the recipe down to let you know exactly how much I used. So now this is the fun part right here. It's really up to you what you want to do. You want to put it as is right there. So this is where people add in, like say, crumble of sugars and stuff like that. But what I'm going to do right now is actually put some nuts in there. So I'm going to put some, I have actually walnuts, not pecans, but you can do pecans, whatever if you want to. It gives it a bit of a bite, but also I'm going to top it off with some marshmallows. I know, so I'm just prepping this ahead of time, by the way, because you can do that. I'm making this ahead so that by tomorrow I just put in the oven to fetch it. So what I'm gonna do is actually pound them a little bit. All right, I don't have too much, but you know what? I'll just a little bit. I'm gonna put just a little bit in here to fold that in, and then the rest will be topped up. Just topped up. You can use your mixer again if you want to, but you can also just fold everything in like that. Okay, I would suggest more nuts in there, but like I said, I do not have enough nuts right now, so I'm just gonna do that. Okay, there's a little bit in there that gives it extra, love to it. I think I'm gonna use this pan right here and get all that in there. Now smoothing that out. So basically you're done. There's nothing to it here. Like I said, some people do different toppings to this. Do whatever you prefer you want to use in it. Like I said, I made this in bulk at our home. If you know a hotel pan, I actually did about 2 to 3 of those or so, and they really loved it. Actually, I didn't think they would love it as much, and like, can we have it again? So I was there to do actually another one again, another batch for them for this Thanksgiving. So there we go. It's better to get a smaller marshmallows because again, the big one's a bit too big. Okay, and like I said, you don't have to do marshmallows if you don't like marshmallows. There's different toppings you can use. But I'm going to top it off, and when it's done, it will be nice and golden brown, typically on the top. And yeah, you can just then finish off. But this doing it over ahead of time, it helps it or gives it time to actually settle and everything, firm up a little bit as well. And this is not too different when you're making let's say a pumpkin pie or a sweet potato pie. In this case, it's not that different. And like again, reminder guys, if you have any recipes you like me to try out for you guys or help you with, just let me know. Of course, I'm a very different cook, you guys know already. You guys see me actually more specifically measuring things out. And as for the marshmallows, just make sure it's kind of mostly covering all that whole thing like that. And then you top it off with whatever else you have. In this case, those are walnuts. I would prefer pecans, but I have, where are pecans actually? Oh, never mind, this is pecan, sorry about that, because we had something different before. But yeah, so I have some inside and some on top. It's gonna give it a bit of a nice crunch, but also it's more colorful this way. Yeah, basically that's it. What I'm gonna do right now literally is just plastic wrap it until tomorrow, because I know sometimes Thanksgiving can be really daunting a lot of times. Finding yourself having to do everything on the same day becomes overwhelming. Actually, we also have a turkey, and I'm going to be typically I marinate that the day before, but I can send it to another home right now for they have a bigger fridge. Our auntie's house, I'll be marinating that just maybe a few hours before I start, if I put it in. I tried this by the work when I did this. Actually, I did it way ahead of time because I wasn't going to be there for a few days. So I did this way. I put it in the freezer, and I told them to take it out a day before, so it thaws out. Again, they just have to literally throw this in the oven. Something like this you can do ahead of time, and just put it into the oven, and voila, you have a meal. Basically that's it. As you guys can see, that's the picture, the end result right there. That's what it looks like. And because again, I'm gonna be busy, so I want to show you right now, and that's what the prompt to be like. So in this case, I hope you guys like it. Give it a try, and let me know what you think about it. Like I said, I was pretty surprised a lot of people love it, and some people didn't know they liked it until when they started asking for seconds. Oh, can I have some more? I'm like, oh, I guess it's pretty big. So for Thanksgiving, I made sure at work to make more. I made a lot of it to make sure we don't run out. All right, thanks you guys. As usual, like, share, subscribe so you never miss a bite. And you guys know I do post DIYs here. I do cooking. I do a whole mix of stuff right here. All this is Cooking with Ronald, and yeah, and I have a little surprise coming up very shortly at some point. I'll be revealing it at some point. I'll let you know what it is. All right, thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now, and happy Thanksgiving.